Hi everyone, welcome to this Tuesday edition of the F Words of Life, coming to you live on social media over on Instagram as well as Facebook. My name is Brenda Reynolds. I hope you are having a magnificent Tuesday, and today's training is going to be rapid fire. It's going to be a true snack size training today, coaching, motivation, inspiration, and this is specifically related to what we talked about yesterday and what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So if you didn't catch yesterday's training, go and watch the replay on facebook.com/the-f-words-of-life, and you will be caught up, and then watch today and then be here tomorrow live. If you're watching live, always pop in and say hi in the comments. I love seeing if you're on live, just say hi. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can do #replay, say hi, let me know that you're enjoying and getting value out of these training videos. So for today, I just want to remind you that over at thefwordsoflife.com/FWORDS RESET, you can still get your free 14-page guide that we've been doing the past 3.5 weeks as part of the F Words Reset. And really that was taking the month of April and allowing you just to take a pause, take inventory of where you're at right now, where you want to go, and how are you going to get there. And so the framework that we've been using is this little success pyramid that I created, where first, again, we took the inventory, then we started casting visions and goals and wrote down realities that need to happen. Last week, we spent a lot of time on mindsets and beliefs, breaking down limiting beliefs and learning how we can flip the script, right? If we're writing the movie script of a lifetime that's Oscar worthy, which is the life I want you living, we need to flip the script on some of these old limiting beliefs that we have. And this week, we're focused all about action and habits, because habits are the compounding interest of you living your best life. So yesterday, I went through a pretty extensive training in terms of your identity, of changing your habits from the inside out. And so that's really important, because if you just work on your habits alone, oftentimes that's why you fail, because it's against your current identity or beliefs. So really important training to go back and watch yesterday. If you missed that, please go back and watch that. Today, I'm going to keep it super succinct and super short, okay? Because yesterday was a little bit longer training. Today, you're going to have one action to do. And it's really important, because this week, again, we're talking about shifting our habits. Well, you currently have habits that exist in your life. Tons and tons and tons of automated processes that you don't even think about anymore. Okay? They've become so autopilot, so ingrained. And so what we want to do today, the next 24 hours, whenever you're watching this, I want you to take a full day and observe yourself. Notice and write down all of the habits that you have throughout a day. And I'm going to give you some examples, because here's the key. We can't change anything, shift anything, improve anything if we don't have awareness. And tomorrow what we're going to talk about is taking the habits that you currently have and how that can actually enhance you building new habits. We can actually use those as a stepping stone. So tomorrow we're really going to get into a how-to. Today, what I want you to do is I want you to bring to awareness all these unconscious things that you have going on. I want you to bring them to a level of awareness. Now, we're not going to judge them. We're not going to, beat yourself up. Oh my God, I have this horrible habit. No, that's not what's up. You're simply being an objective observer. Now, I am going to have you do two different types of things. One, I want you to make the list. So, for example, think about your morning ritual. Everybody has a morning ritual. So let me give you some examples. I wrote down a list here. You wake up. You either hit snooze or you don't hit snooze. Which one is your current habit? Are you a snooze hitter or not? Okay. Do you check your phone first thing in the morning? Do you then brush your teeth, take a shower, put on deodorant? Put on my facial moisturizer that has SPF in it. Every single thing that you do in the morning as part of your routine is a daily habit. Again, that's so automated. You may weigh yourself in the morning. You get dressed, obviously. Do you pick out what you're going to wear the night before or the morning of? Is that automated or not? Think about everything that you do currently that is a habit. Do you drink a glass of water in the morning? Do you stretch for 5 minutes? Do you make a cup of coffee? What is your ritual? Are you writing down your goals every day, your realities? That was in the training last week, because that's really, or week before last actually, because that's really an important daily ritual and daily habit to establish. Do you eat breakfast? Do you take your kids to school? So think about your morning routine, write down every habit that you have. And here's what I want you to do. Yesterday we talked about, does the habit match or not match the identity and the beliefs that you have inside? And the question that I asked you yesterday was, who do you want to become? Who do you need to become to live your best life? Who do you need to become to be the best version of yourself? Who do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? What principles? What values? And so it really comes down to your core identity, that's your desired identity, okay? So as you write down each little teeny habit, each little micro habit that you have that's so automated, you get up in the morning, you turn on a light, right? I mean, if that's the first thing you do, that's an automatic habit that you have. And what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, does this habit cast a vote towards the person I want to become, towards the identity that I desire? Does it cast a vote for or against? Or is it neutral? Because you can absolutely have neutral habits. So for example, let's see, which one would be neutral? Well, putting on deodorant would be a positive because we don't want you stinky. Brushing your teeth would be a positive. It would be a check mark. Maybe for you, I don't know. I don't have one written down that I have that's neutral. I'm looking at my list. But waking up every morning, that's a positive. So what I want you to do when you make your list, I want you to put a check mark next to the ones that are casting a vote for your desired identity. Okay, so another way to ask this is, does this behavior help me become the type of person I want to be? If it does, it's a check mark. If it doesn't, it's an X, okay, because it does not. It's a vote against. If it's neutral, you can just do a dash, and we just know it's not a minus sign. Maybe, you know, just it's neutral, right? So what I want you to do is write all these things down. I want you to think about your daily routine at work. When do you take lunch? What do you do? Do you have routines around that? Think about your evening routine. When you get home from work, what are you rushing home from traffic? Do you run in the door and the first thing you do is pour a glass of wine? Or do you make yourself a cup of tea? Do you make dinner for the family? Do you watch TV? Do you play video games? You know, all these things are triggers, and we're going to talk about why we have these triggers, why we have these ingrained behaviors, and how we can actually shift those behaviors, okay? But the first thing, and your only focus for the next 24 hours, today's assignment is simply to write down and become aware of the current habits that you have. Then you're going to put a check mark if it casts a vote for the identity that you are growing into, that you want to be, and you're going to put an X if you feel like the behavior does not support the type of person that you wish to be, okay? And then neutral, just a dash, 0, whatever, it's neutral, right? It doesn't affect, it doesn't tip the scales one way or the other, okay? So again, at night, do you watch TV? Do you play video games? Are you on social media for an hour every night? Or do you read a book before you go to bed? What's your wind down period? Are you on your phone until the minute the lights go out? What do you turn the lights out at a specific time every night? Again, no judgment on this. This is simply making yourself aware, bringing the unconscious, subconscious, non-conscious, whatever you want to call it, to the forefront. So tomorrow, when you have your list, what we're going to do is we're going to start dissecting down into the 7 areas of your life, which I have called the F words of life. They all start with F. If you want more information about that, go to thefwordsoflife.com. Share your email address with me, and what you'll get is you'll get a free 2-page assessment where you get to evaluate where you're at in each of the F words of life, and it'll give you a little bit of description of each of those areas, like fitness, which is your health and your vitality, your friends and family, which is your relationships. And so it gives you a launching point for where you are right now and allows you to start thinking about where you want to go, which is what we've been doing with these live daily coaching sessions. And so think about your nightly ritual. What do you do automatically? what do you have in place that you do intentionally? And then tomorrow, we're going to start diving down into the 7 F words and looking at, okay, you've got this big vision, you've got these realities that are big dreams. Then we dial it down into goals. And then the habits are what are going to support you to getting to the goals. And so if we're going to implement new habits, we're going to replace old habits. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about something called habit stacking and really get into some deeper training. So today, I wanted to come to you again, a really bite-sized piece, a shorter training, so that you, if you've missed anything, you can go back, you can catch up, download your guide. You've got it all there. All the replays are on facebook.com/the-FWordsOfLife. Share this with your friends and family. Make sure you have your live notifications turned on. As you notice, I went live an hour earlier today because I have another commitment in about an hour from now. And so I wanted to make sure I still did our daily live coaching. So turn on your live notifications so that when I go live, it just pops up on your phone. And even if you can't be on live, you know that you've got a replay to watch. So say hi to me in the comments. Say that you're watching on the replay. Say if you're getting value or not. But mostly just say hello. I love seeing you here. Again, whether it's live or on the replay. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll be back live tomorrow. We'll be doing a deeper dive into how are we going to create new habits, possibly replace some habits, and getting into the how-to on that. So my friends, with that, I told you today was going to be rapid fire. Make your list, bring to awareness every current habit that you have, everything that's on autopilot. And autopilot can be a very good thing, but it can be a very detrimental thing, as we've talked about in previous trainings as well. So I want you to bring these things to your awareness so we know where we're starting from. Make your list. Is it casting a vote for or against your desired identity? Does this behavior help you become the type of person you want to be? Check for yes, X for no, 0 or dash for neutral. And then tomorrow we will dive into it deeper. So I want to thank you for being here, my friend. I'm proud of you for showing up every day in your life for yourself. Do the best you can. That's all we can do, is show up and do our best. And I will see you live here tomorrow. And I look forward to diving into habits and actions and changing behavior that supports you into growing into your highest potential, the best version of yourself. So with that, my friends, Brenda Reynolds, F Words of Life, signing off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.